What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy Jay Miles, and I am back with another video. Now, on today's video, we got a reaction video. I'm gonna be reacting to something that, first and foremost, I haven't seen this interview yet. I seen a very small part, the very beginning of the introduction, and then I kind of seen on Dreamers Pro channel. Shout out to Dreamers Pro. I saw that he had this Skip Bayless called LeBron a bitch on Draymond Green's show in Draymond's face. And we all know how hard lately Draymond has been going for LeBron James. So I thought that had to have been hilarious. It was hilarious listening to it. And I was like, it got to be even more hilarious watching it. So I was like, yeah, let's do a reaction video to this interview. Now, the entirety of this video is pretty long, so I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna do the entire interview. I think the whole thing to this is about an hour 50 minutes, and that's awfully long. And of course, if I'm doing a reaction to it, it's gonna turn out to be like a 3-hour long video. But perhaps I will, and maybe I always chop the videos up anyway, so you'll get it in small pieces anyway. But I just want to definitely react to this because I think this is going to be absolutely hilarious, and I think it's just a good thing to see Skip Bayless give his takes, to Draymond, because of course we know Draymond's new agenda since signing with Unclutch Sports is to glaze LeBron and just cap all the time. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it and see what they got for.
Yes, sir. Draymond Green show is posted. Draymond coming on.
Hey, it's great to be here. You and I have traded a couple of shots over the years here and there, and I just appreciate the opportunity to be face to face.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, when we were talking about the list of guests, Greg threw out some names and your name was on there. I said, there's no fucking chance Skip's going to do this. And
for anything.
And he came back, he said, yes, really fast. I said, that's my type of guy right there. Like, doesn't hide from anything, says what he feels.
In a way, we are cut from the same cloth.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Just don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah, within reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just don't kick me or don't right? Yeah.
That's why they gave us this much space. I can't reach. Before we get into the show, I have to ask.
Yeah.
How is your shoe game so crazy? Like it's unbelievable to me. Like what you be putting. You come with some heat today. That's why I went some regular shoes, because I wanted you to know I wasn't competing.
Nobody on this planet loves Michael Jordan more than this guy sitting in this chair at this moment. And I am addicted to buying his because he is it. He is him. And my wife is sitting in the front row and she's like constantly saying, another pair? Where are we going to put them? They're multiplying, right? They like overnight we have 4 here and then there are 8 there. Oh, okay. So they're mating actually in my closet.
So is it the love for Michael Jordan or is it the love for just sneakers itself?
Seriously, it's Jordan. Okay. Because I had the privilege and the honor of being there in Chicago in that Last Dance season, 1998. And he weirdly, if I may say so, he liked me. And he didn't really care for the rest of the Chicago media. That was the vibe I got. But he'd return my calls. He'd take me aside. He's cut from, he's the fiercest, crazy.
I must say, that's actually a pretty big honor because, obviously I don't know Michael Jordan personally, but just hearing, stories about him. Michael Jordan don't like too many people. So, for him to pick Skip as one of his friends, that he actually messed with, exchange numbers with, and, actually talk basketball with him, I would assume, gotta be, it's kind of a high honor on Skip's, part.
His most psycho competitor in the history of basketball. Do you know him some or well? Or
I've met him a few times. Okay. I've talked to him on the phone a few times.
Good. All right. So I've never been in a force field like that force field. And I feel like if I have these on, I have a little piece of him to empower me tonight.
That's that like Mike shit right there, right? You know, that's what they were saying. Like, you know, like Mike, if I could be like Mike. I mean, obviously it tells you how powerful that shit is and how powerful that commercial is, because really I wasn't old enough to really know what the fuck they were talking about when this shit came out. Like, hold on, did that shit come out when I was alive? See, that's the thing. I don't even know, but I know the commercial. It's great.
So I can stand up to you, right?
Well, what you'll see, Skip, is I am a lot different than I am on a basketball court.
You are.
And I take pride in that.
You know what? If I may say so. Okay. So you've done some crazy things on the basketball court, right?
A few.
Okay. And yeah, your high IQ, defensively, the job you did, I just told Draymond this just before the show started, but the job you did on Victor Wembanyama the other night was extraordinary, because I give you 6'6", right? 6'6"-ish?
On a good day.
I know you're listed at 6'7", but he's like, but he's 7'9". I don't know what he is, but he's incredibly tall and long and skilled. And you did a remarkable high IQ basketball job on him, because you have been the defensive player of the year. I think you're 9 times first team all defense, and you're doing it with your brain, your IQ, your savvy, your tenacity, and sometimes on the basketball.
Really quick, this might be a controversial take. You know, probably I'm pretty sure the old heads won't agree with me. That's fine. But I actually say, because I remember when Draymond first came out and he was saying he believes he's the greatest defender of all time. Right. Now, I know a lot of people jumped on him. Right. Including some of my friends and stuff. They were talking about it. They were like, Draymond tripping. You're not even the best defender of your era and stuff like that, right? Now, do I personally believe he's the greatest defender of all time? But I will give him this. For all the old heads, you got to consider, y'all saying, oh, they don't even play defense anymore. They do this, they do that. I get it. But you have to also consider that back then they were allowed to hand check. There was no such thing as freedom of movement. You were allowed to, you know, muscle them up, rough them up some. And you were allowed to, there was no such thing as 3 seconds in the paint. So the centers were allowed to rest down low to be able to protect the basket and stuff like that, right? Now, granted, they can do zone defense now, which they couldn't do during Michael Jordan and them time. But what I'm saying is, the same way we discredit the offensive players for saying, oh, they're only scoring this amount because of the rules, which is true. Like Adam Silver himself admitted that he implemented the rule change so that the players, offensive players, could score more. So that's the reason why we used to get this this big spread of multiple players scoring 25 plus points per game. It's not because they're better and they're more skilled, like some of the people that's even younger than me are manipulated to believe. It's because it's easier to score.